What's going on, everyone? Still a lot to unpack when you're talking about Tabitha and kind of the aftermath that we're going to see going forward now that she escaped and came back. She originally escaped for a purpose, for a reason, right? She went to go and try to save the children. She ends up getting pushed out by the boy in white. It says this is the only way. She ends up going there, and she ends up going and ultimately finding Henry, in which she says that she believes, I was here, I think I was sent here to find you. And he goes, no, you were meant to find what was in the basement. Then he shows Tabitha what is in the basement. And you see all the drawings of Miranda and kind of the tie-in to FROMVILLE and all that. And Tabitha clearly we find out, is a chosen one. They were on their way to the first bottle tree and try to gather some more information and details, right? Tabitha appeared to be in the real world to get this information, right? So that way she could get this information and then use it to potentially help the children, as well as potentially help free everybody from FROMVILLE, right? That's the idea. That's the goal. However, what if she was right originally? So again, she says that she believes she was there to find Henry, that she was sent here to find Henry. And Henry's the one that says, no, not me, because Henry's looking at it from the sense of like, what good am I? Why would you need me? Why would you be here for me? What do I have to do with anything? Right? I don't know anything. I only know what Miranda told me. I only know what Miranda relayed, and I only know the drawings and whatnot that she has. I don't know, I can't be a service to you, so what's the point? But Tabitha's the one that's chosen, right? Tabitha's the one that has the information, that has the details based on just her intuition and, various visions that she's seen and just kind of walking the path of the chosen, right? Again, she is the chosen one. So her initial instinct was, I'm here to find Henry. But Henry didn't believe that made sense. Henry didn't believe that, no, again, why? No, you're here for all of Miranda's stuff. You're a chosen one like my wife was. All of this is real. My son's alive, all that. I'm just this guy. I'm just kind of this dude off to the side, right? I have no purpose. But what if it is, again, true? What if her original instinct was actually accurate, but it's not Henry is necessary because Henry is this important piece, or Henry is this guy that has to have all the answers? No, what if Henry is important to Victor? And Henry is the piece Victor needs to unlock and get all his memories back. This entire season thus far has been very focused on Victor getting his memories back. Even towards the back end of the previous season was Victor getting his memories back. And you see him starting to dig up all the little trinkets and stuff. But here's the biggest kind of reason why I think that this is the case. Again, Victor is having the, flashbacks, going through the little, mementos and the briefcase that he dug back up. But you're also seeing the connection to the boy in white, and that the boy in white was around Victor, and that the boy in white was Victor's only friend for years. We don't know exactly how long. We just know for years after that time. The boy in white and Victor have a relationship. Victor talks to the boy in white, literally has conversations with the boy in white. We know this because of Victor and what he has said. And the boy in white has, for example, when Tabitha was digging the hole, right? The boy in white told Victor to wait in the tunnels because she was going to fall through and he could help her. He could save her so she didn't die. The boy in white is the one that continuously tries to help everybody, but the boy in white is connected to Victor. The boy in white also was the one that helped Tabitha and also was the one that led Tabitha in the direction to Henry. So you have the boy in white who is friends with Victor and helps Victor. Victor is trying to unpack and unravel his past. Wouldn't the boy in white want to do what he can to help Victor? and help Victor do that, Tabitha was supposed to get out by helping the children. She wasn't supposed to get out by just jumping out of the light. Like, the whole point of going to the lighthouse was to free the children. It's why everyone else failed beforehand, right? And even Victor, or even Henry says, right, well, if you got out, then, why are you out? If you failed, why are you out, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up why Tabitha was able to get out. It also makes sense why Tabitha came back, right? Because what if FROMVILLE wasn't the one that brought Tabitha back? What if the boy in white was the one that brought Tabitha back? If the boy in white can get you out, why wouldn't the boy in white be able to get you back in? And you know who was with her when she entered back in? Henry. It makes all the sense in the world that Tabitha was actually right the first time. The boy in white wanted Tabitha to get out to go get Henry. It's why the boy in white, when she got out, had her lead in the direction to go find Henry. Also, Victor gives Tabitha the lunchbox, right, with his dad's address. A lot of people don't believe that Victor was smart, that it was a coincidence. That Victor isn't smart enough to think of something like that. No way Victor planned that, yada, yada, right? Okay, let's say you're right. Say Victor isn't smart enough. You know who is? The boy in white. You know who would tell Victor, hey, you need to give Tabitha your lunchbox because it has the address in it? Tabitha, right? The boy in white would be the one to tell you that, right? Like, so to me, it seems like, again, when you start following the breadcrumbs here, that Tabitha was ultimately meant to go to FROMVILLE, or from FROMVILLE to the real world, to go get Henry, bring Henry back, so that way Henry can meet Victor, and they can have their dialogue with Victor, and he can help Victor unlock some of those memories, right? Because if anyone can kind of get Victor to start remembering, one, it's his father, who can tell him stories about his mother, who can share details and stuff that he is familiar with, that he knows from Miranda, that could maybe be things that trigger Victor. And maybe Victor will finally have some sense of security and comfort because it's his father, right? So you kind of have this, it makes too much sense, in my opinion, that why else would Tabitha be in the real world and then come back? Now, you could argue that Tabitha was essentially dead to rights at that point, right? So Tabitha got out, and she ends up getting captured by the cops, right? Because the cops were looking for her. She's been missing all this time, and now she's in this ambulance with a cop and paramedics and stuff. Like, she's going to the hospital. They're gonna detain her. She's not going anywhere. They're going to detain her. So you could argue that she was kind of basically stuck, and like she was never going to be able to complete the mission either way. So you might as well just bring them back, and Henry and everyone was just a casualty. I don't think that's the case. Again, you look at like what Miranda said, what this story arc for Victor has been thus far this series, right? I really do genuinely believe that Henry was meant to return to help Victor. That Henry was meant to get back, or never was in FROMVILLE, but get to FROMVILLE, so that way he can be that father to Victor and kind of help Victor on his journey. I do think Henry at some point is probably going to die, but I think Henry serves a purpose. Also, just from a show standpoint, just from a writing standpoint, right? Are they like Victor's just so Henry's just gonna be there just to be there, right? Like Henry serves zero purpose. Henry serves 0 point. Henry is just solely there so Victor and Henry can have a moment together. I want to see Victor and Henry have a moment together, without a doubt. However, I don't see the way that this show is written and the way that everyone kind of serves a purpose. Outside of like Dale, like the red shirt guys, the guys that are eventually just going to die. They're just there for like comedic relief or, crazy death scenes. I'm talking about like characters that have been kind of front and center. They've all had a purpose. They, at one point or another, they've all served a role. Like even Jim has kind of faded to the background in a lot of ways, but he originally, served a big purpose when he first came in. I see the same thing with Henry. I don't see a scenario where Henry's just simply there just to be Victor's father and that's it and nothing else. He's just going to be in like the background numerous times. I mean, maybe it's possible, but I think Henry is going to serve a point. I think that point is that Henry is supposed to be the key to Victor, who is the key to kind of helping solve this mess that is FROMVILLE. Now, I think Henry is probably going to even maybe meet his end helping Victor. Maybe even saving Victor at some point, because Victor unlocked something that needed and was necessary. I really do. I think Tabitha was sent to the real world to go get Henry, like she originally said. Her original words from her instincts, boom, point blank, was like, I was here to find you. I was sent here to find you. From the boy in white who is best friends with Victor, who always is trying to help Victor, who Victor literally communicates and talks to. And the boy in white's the one that pushed Tabitha out. Like, again, at what point, I say this all the time with this show, like at what point do coincidences stop being coincidences and actually start being like, oh, this is really the direction that they're going. That's what this feels like. This feels like, no, this is really the direction that they're going with this. I genuinely think that we're going to see Henry be the kind of piece for Victor to finally unlock Victor. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you think, like, yeah, clearly that's what his purpose is, that's what he's supposed to be there for? Do you think, nah, not at all? No, it's something else, another way. Do you have another theory or idea? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you like this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.